Good afternoon, and here's a look at what's up next on Newsbeat.
A hail of bullets rained down on a Jewish community in Kansas, and an elderly white supremacist is in custody for the shootings. We've got the latest.
Then, another blue line derailment and rehab headaches on the red line, what the CTA is doing to handle commuter woes. Plus,
It was over. Mother Nature had something else in mind. Here at Grand Park, you can see that there is snow on the ground in April. This is just a sneak peek of what you're going to see this week in weather. Newsbeat starts right now.
Good morning. It's Tuesday, April 15th, 2014. I'm Dennis Valera.
and I'm Sarah Salgado. Thank you for joining us here on Newsbeat.
Our top story, CTA woes. Multiple derailments and rehab headaches are causing big problems for commuters.
What is the CTA doing about it? And are commuters losing confidence in the transit system? Newsbeat's Ashley Richardson is live in the newsroom with the latest. Ashley?
Thank you, Sarah and Dennis. I had the chance to speak with a few people, and they say they still feel safe with the train drivers because the derailment incidents seem to be isolated, but the frustration seems to be coming from the daily delays, and riders are ready to see the CTA make a change. The CTA is in the hot seat again. With the Blue Line's two recent derailments and frequent construction on other lines, commuters have a lot to worry about these days.
Look for improvements to get better and do their jobs better, to become more efficient, so that way trains aren't always shut down, they're not always delayed. Sometimes problems happen, but when it gets to a great excess, you have to reassess and wonder what you're doing, so you have to ask yourself, how do I solve this problem?
Last week's derailment near the Serio stop left passengers with delays to deal with for nearly 2 hours. Last month's O'Hare incident left 32 injured after a train operator fell asleep behind the controllers. With recent CTA mishaps, commuters are starting to weigh their options.
For instance, yesterday I was trying to visit a friend in Wrigleyville, but the train didn't stop at Addison, so I had to get off at Belmont and then either walk all the way there or take it one stop further and then take a train south. So I really have to plan out when to leave.
Now, even more to worry about. The CTA began construction on the Red Line Harrison stop on Monday. Commuters will no longer be able to use the Polk Stop entrance and exit for up to 5 weeks, according to the CTA. This major stop construction will affect workers and students in the coming weeks, so be sure to expect delays. The CTA plans to start construction on the Orange Line this month. The construction projects going on are part of a $92 million project that the CTA is doing. So guys, hopefully the CTA works out their problems and commuters' trips will be back to normal by early this summer. I'm Ashley Richardson in the newsroom. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Ashley. Check this out. A new app will let you pay the parking meter here in Chicago. It works on your cell phone, so you won't even have to get out of the car. The pilot program for the free app is called Park Chicago. It started today and will last about 3 weeks. It's being tested in the West Loop and works for about 300 spots near shops and restaurants. The app works with the user's plate number and credit card number. And a cool thing that the meter box can't do, the app sends a message to your cell phone when you've got 10 minutes left to help you avoid getting a ticket.
Over the weekend, the temperatures rose, but unfortunately, so did the violence in the city. There were 37 shootings, 4 people are dead, and another 33 people are wounded, including a 4-year-old girl. The most recent death happened early Sunday in the Washington neighborhood on the south side. Chicago police issued a statement saying, though crime rates are decreasing, there is still a lot more work to do.
University of Illinois at Chicago campus security expands after a slip in student safety. A sexual assault in the dorm showers raised concern about campus security levels. David Guerrero, a student at UIC and resident of the dorms, heard a scream. He ran to the showers and subdued the attacker. The attacker, Tavares Humphreys, isn't a UIC student. UIC police are reviewing video surveillance to see how he entered the dorms. Police patrols on the school grounds are increasing. Students must now sign in their guests with security. UIC officials say the dorm is secure, with a guarded main entrance and outer doors that automatically lock when closed. Humphreys is charged with attempted murder and other charges.
It's spring break for more than 400,000 kids who go to Chicago public schools. So CPS is getting the word out there that there are places children can go during the break.
It's part of the city's Safe Haven program. Joanna Hernandez went to visit a center. She's live in the newsroom with more on the story. Joanna?
Thanks, guys. Many parents are worrying where they'll be able to take their kids during spring break. With school out for the whole week, and many parents left without babysitters. The city is trying to create parents to be stress-free by opening more Safe Haven programs to thousands of kids.
I don't have that much to worry about because Safe Haven is available to all students. It means that every child in the community in Chicago has an opportunity to participate in activities ranging from reading to math to educational games.
The Family Empowerment Center is one of 100 locations doing just that. Staff members and volunteers come together to create a safe environment for the kids.
If you want your child to be cared for, looked after, you want to go to work and have no doubt in your mind that your kid is, harmed or, being hurt, this is the place to bring them if you want them safe. We're going to look out for their safety. We're going to love them. We're going to make sure that they get back to you.
Besides fun and games, the program is focusing on bullying and anger management. The center invites officers to come and speak to the children about safety and ways to protect themselves. The Empowerment Center, alongside other centers and churches, will be having this program all week long for kids during their spring break. It's a safe way for them to have fun and learn at the same time. Plus, they also get free meals. Safe Haven is providing healthy breakfasts and lunches for all locations for the entire week of spring break, donated by the New Life Ministries. The goal for this program is to keep children on track when school resumes. There were 60 safe locations last year. The program is free and will serve 10,000 students ages 4 and up. Kids can show up anytime between the times of 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. at your neighborhood locations. I'm Joanna Hernandez, live from the newsroom. Back to you guys in the studio.
That's really great. Thanks, Joanna. And coming up on Newsbeat after the break, a former Ku Klux Klan member is accused of committing a hate crime on a Jewish community in Kansas.
Plus, the MTV Movie Awards brought some wild surprises this year. We'll show you who won. We'll be right back.
Wow, these are really good.
You act surprised. Practice makes perfect.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of teens in foster care who don't need perfection. They need you.
All right, give me a spot. You know my motto, safety first.
They could be dangerous. I think we should call animal control.
Animal control?
To be safe.
Don't worry. I got this. It's a new motto.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of teens in foster care who don't need perfection. They need you.
Welcome to Newsbeat's special segment, Newsbeat International, where we take a look at major headlines from around the world.
First, the man responsible for 3 deaths in Kansas on Sunday is facing hate crime charges.
Backbone. It takes no morals. It takes no ethics. All it takes is an idiot with a gun.
73-year-old Fraser Glenn Cross fatally shot 2 people at a Jewish community center, one of whom was a 14-year-old boy. Then he drove to a nearby Jewish assisted living home and killed a woman visiting her mother. Police arrested Cross at an elementary school parking lot as he yelled Heil Hitler while being cuffed. Cross has a long history with hate groups like the Ku Klux Klan, as well as being an anti-Semite. None of the victims were Jewish. As the tension rises in Ukraine, the president has expressed concern over the recent actions of pro-Russian activists.
On the heels of the activists clashing with Ukrainian forces, President Obama and Russian President Vladimir Putin talked over the phone yesterday about the crisis. According to the White House, the president expressed concern about Russia's involvement in the uprisings in Ukraine. The conversation took place just after the pro-Russian group seized Ukrainian government buildings. Meanwhile, Putin denied involvement and said that such speculations are based on inaccurate information. President Obama also urged Putin to use his influence to release the buildings that they seized in eastern Ukraine. This is the second phone call the two have had over the crisis this month.
It has been 39 days since Malaysia Flight 370 went missing, and the search continues.
It's set to become the most expensive search and recovery effort in history. 25 countries are now involved in the search for the missing plane. Millions of dollars worth of manpower and equipment is put towards the effort. So far, investigators have found only 4 pings and an oil slick. Officials are now taking their search underwater. They're using the Bluefin 21. It's an underwater vehicle with acoustic technology. The device sends a pulse that produces a 3D map of the seafloor. The Bluefin's first mission will take anywhere from 6 weeks to 2 months.
And that wraps up our Newsbeat International segment.
And when we get back from break, we'll take a look at the newest nail design trends here in Chicago. Newsbeat's Ariana Pupp will show you ways to express your style.
Then, baseball season is back, and one local team is celebrating a milestone year by offering fans something for free. We will tell you what it is and why after the break.
So, I'm kind of new here, but I've noticed a trend. My human does this funny thing where she goes around and gets all my toys, and then she hides them in that basket by the door. You know, but it's always the same basket, and it's always in the same place. And then she acts so surprised when I find them, but, you know, she's putting them in the same basket. Again. It's like, hello? That's where you put it last time. You were the worst at hide and go seek. So, I just moved in with this family, and it's embarrassing. The little one, he likes to go outside and crawl around in the giant litter box. I don't know what he's doing. I mean, I was born and I knew how to use the litter box. Look at that. That's disgusting. Oh, poop already. You're making me nervous. Oh, okay, I can't look at this anymore. I really hope he grows out of this, for his sake.
In the fashion world, there are many ways to express yourself. One of those ways is through nail art, and we've found a Chicago artist that will just blow your mind.
She is revolutionizing the way you can get your nails done. Newsbeat's Ariana Pupp has more with the story on local nail artist known as Astrowifey. Ariana?
That's right, guys. Now imagine having a CTA map etched onto your nails, or fierce cheetah stripes, or even a McDonald's Shamrock Shake. Well, a local nail artist called Astrowifey is the up-and-coming master of nail art. She's putting a new spice onto the typical manicure. For many women, nail art can be a canvas for self-expression. Designer manicurist Astrowifey is revolutionizing the way Chicagoans get their nails done.
So whether they're into really into art or really into music, or they like an old school vibe, or they want a little bit of an edge to their nail art, I feel like I have a good understanding of what they're looking for.
For anyone around the globe who appreciates nail art and is looking for the most exotic designs, Astra Wifey also showcases her work, as well as others, in her international magazine called Tipsy Zine.
So whether you're an enthusiast, a nail artist, or you just really like to look at the imagery of nail art, I definitely feel like Tipsy can fit all of those interests.
As you see here at Tipsy Love, they don't just do your average manicure. Matter of fact, they actually go above and beyond to give you an artistic and intricate nail design that is truly one of a kind. Tipsy Love rocks the beauty bar once a month in Chicago's Noble Square neighborhood. Sophia Fadashin, who is Astra Wifey's assistant, says the event is a good opportunity to get quality designs for a reasonable price.
So this is an awesome and more affordable way to get your nail art done and still have a good time and come out with awesome nails.
I've never seen this before. Actual freehand custom designed nail art. She's really a nail artist, not just your nail technician.
And what an artist she is. In fact, Astra Wifey has done nails for many famous local celebrities. This includes Sylvia Perez from ABC7 and Shailene Woodley from the hit movie Divergent. All her creative work can be viewed on Instagram under the name @AstraWifey.
I'm definitely going to have to make myself an appointment. That's phenomenal.
Yeah, I actually just got my nails done yesterday by her, and you can book an appointment on Style Seat.
Oh, good to know. Thanks, Ariana.
No problem.
Conan O'Brien pulled out all the stops on Sunday to ensure that nobody forgot this year's MTV Movie Awards. The host opened the show with a record-breaking video, 50 celebrity cameos in 2 minutes. And the star-studded affair didn't stop there. Eminem, Ellie Goulding, and Rihanna all performed hit songs. Jared Leto took home Best On-Screen Transformation for his role in Dallas Buyers Club. Jennifer Lawrence, Jonah Hill, and Brad Pitt also took home Golden Popcorn trophies. Although the Nokia Theater was packed with stars, we couldn't forget one who was missing. Paul Walker's former co-stars Vin Diesel and Jordana Brewster gave tearful speeches in remembrance. The MTV Awards may have been hot, but Chicago weather is not. Snow in April.
Newsbeat's Natalie Shaver is here with our weather forecast. Natalie, I thought April Fool's was 2 weeks ago.
I know, I was not happy about having to break out my winter jacket, especially after that beautiful weekend we had, where the weather was almost in summer temperatures. It really felt like spring. But just when we thought winter was over, snow hit the Chicago area. Let's take a look outside. Buckingham Fountain has that fresh dusting of snow, which is kind of melting finally because of the sunshine that is beating down on the fountain. But do not let that sunshine fool you, because it's only 38 degrees in the Chicago area. The winds are coming in from the north-northwest at 15 miles per hour, and that's what's making it feel so cold. And the 30s don't feel too hot either because of that beautiful weekend we had. Across the board, temperatures are pretty much the same in the high 20s and low 30s. Up in Waukegan, we're at 26 degrees. Out west, 29 in Rockford, 27 in Aurora, 30 down in Joliet, and 30 at both airports. This week, tonight you're going to expect it to be not too much colder than what it is right now. We're going down only to 34 degrees, but the difference is going to be because of the winds. The winds are coming from the southeast, which will make it warmer at 12 miles per hour, which leads into this huge increase in the temperatures that we will see throughout the week. Tomorrow we're at a high of 53 with a low of 42, and it's only going to be partly cloudy, so you will see some sun, but it will not be nearly as bright as it is today. The rest of the week we stay in those 50s. By Friday you can expect to see some showers. The weekends we're consistently at 50 degrees for a high. It'll be partly cloudy most of the time, but the sun will be peeking in and out. It may not look like it today, but as the week progresses, it will start to finally feel like spring. Now, it's not going to feel as beautiful as it did over the weekend right away, but we are on our way there. So it looks like slowly but surely we'll be able to take away these winter coats and put our scarves away for good. That's what I'm hoping.
As long as there's no snow, I'm good, right, Sarah?
I'm remaining optimistic. I'm glad you have hope as well.
All we can have now here in Chicago.
Seriously. Thanks, Natalie. Thanks so much.
Coming up in sports, a local stadium is offering something free to its fans this season.
Also, it's been a big weekend in sports when a golfer wins the Masters.
Also, the race for the number 3 spot continues when the Bulls played the Magic last night. Find out where we stand for the playoffs.
And a California dad uses his art skills to turn his son's super dreams into a reality. This and more when we come back.
Getting closer to nature can get you closer to your family. Go to discovertheforest.org.
The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Take time to be a dad today.
So it was actually kind of a slow week in sports here in Chicago, right, Sarah?
Yes, but I hear that the Cubs have a treat for their fans.
Yeah, they surely do. I think everybody likes something free, especially when it comes to baseball where you already spend money on tickets.
So tell us what you got, Husna.
So, finding parking at Wrigley Field can be a nightmare, but the Cubs have made a big move to ease traffic congestion to and from the game. How, you ask? By adding 1,000 free parking spots in a new lot 1 mile from the stadium. It's the party of the century at Wrigley Field, where the Chicago Cubs are celebrating 100 years. Many things remain the same, but this year the Cubs have introduced a new parking lot with 1,000 free parking spaces. The new lot is about a mile away from the stadium at 3900 North Rockwell, with shuttle bus services taking fans to and from Wrigley. The new Cubs parking lot is a mile away from the stadium, but the shuttle buses that the Cubs have provided stop right here behind me at the Cubby Bear. Many Cubs fans say they are excited and will utilize the lot.
If it's not a night game, I do drive if I can get a spot on the street actually, but with the public transportation, I am excited about this new garage and I think I am going to try it. Even crosstown rival Sox fans think that this parking lot is a good idea.
Well, I think it's a really good idea for the Cubs to open up a new parking lot because there's always a sellout every home game. I myself, a Sox fan, we come here for the Crosstown Classic. I actually just bought tickets today for the Crosstown Classic. So I think it's a great idea. It'll be easy for us, used to going to the south side and coming up here a couple times. More access is very good, especially in the middle of a neighborhood.
Here's a shot of the lot on Saturday, which was the second home game, and it seems that a lot of people are putting it to good use. It's known as golf's most prestigious tournament, the Masters, and it sure lived up to its hype, having the young gun Jordan Spieth battle against long ball hitter and former Masters champion Bubba Watson. We begin here early on in the second, where Spieth drains this birdie putt to get 6 under and take the lead. For the meantime, at least, Bubba was struggling on his short game early, missing this putt for par. And here is Spieth again applying pressure to Bubba, sinking this one in from the bunker for a birdie. But the champion Bubba would not give up. In fact, he was just getting started with his amazing comeback, making this putt to regain the lead. Bubba holds on and sinks this easy par putt to go on and win his second green jacket. It's something that's truly unforgettable. Afterwards, Bubba shared why having his adopted son Caleb there made it much more special.
Yeah, it was a big deal for us being adopted parents. Our story,
trying to explain to him how much we love him and how much we care for him. The first time, him not being here, but now having video where he was here, where he came out on the green. If he loves golf, it's going to be great for him because he'll see that he was at Augusta.
The Bulls took on the Orlando Magic at home in their second to last game of the regular season. Joakim Noah had another dominant performance with 18 points, 10 rebounds, and 8 assists. Here we go in the second where Joakim Noah passes it to Jimmers Fredette, who misses, and Joakim Noah taps it in for the 2. Now in the third, the Magic's Victor Oladipo hits this 3 right here, and now it's 67-64 Bulls. In the fourth, the Bulls are up by 11, and Dunleavy slams this one, and you just can't touch him. And finally in the fourth, Taj Gibson rebounds, passes it to Fredette, who hits that 3, and the Bulls win 108-95 in front of their home crowd. Now rounding the bases, the Milwaukee Brewers were the hottest team, winning 9 games in a row. But last night, the St. Louis Cardinals ended that streak, shutting them out 4-0. Next, the most decorated Olympian of all time, Michael Phelps, is coming out of retirement after a 2-year break. He won 8 gold medals at the Beijing Olympics in 2008. And finally, Yankees took 3 out of 4 from their biggest rival, the Boston Red Sox. Boston manager John Farrell was ejected for arguing a double play call that was overturned by replay. Replay has already caused big controversy in the game, with many saying that it is too time-consuming and takes away from the love of the game. So guys, like you said, it was a slow sports week, but it's exciting to see Michael Phelps get back into the action. It's always exciting to see any athlete come back from retirement, but 8 medals, and I think he's coming back for more blood.
Definitely. It looks like he might even be the Michael Jordan of swimming, so that's exciting.
We'll see, right? Hopefully he'll return with Beijing, not his London performance so much, but his Beijing performance for sure. Thanks, Husna.
Thanks, guys.
And what does it take for a 3-year-old to turn into a lightsaber-wielding superhero? The imagination of a creative dad.
Nice. You remember how to use it?
DreamWorks animator Daniel Hashimoto put his CGI skills to use, turning his son James into an internet sensation. Dubbed Action Movie Kid on YouTube, Hashimoto posted a series of short videos turning his son's life into an action adventure. Shooting off rockets in toy stores, fireballs in the kitchen, and launching off into space from a McDonald's play place, the sky's the limit for Action Movie Kid.
Well, that wraps up Newsbeat for today. For Husna Vahor in sports and Natalie Shaver in weather, I'm Sarah Salgado.
And I'm Dennis Valera. Remember to join us right here every Tuesday morning at 11:30. Have a great day.